Good evening. If you're coming on here expecting Larkin, I am really sorry. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it this evening, so I've decided to jump on myself. I'm here for the next hour to give you tarot readings. So hopefully you will forgive Larkin's absence and be okay with it being myself doing tarot readings instead. Okay. What I will say is, because I'm doing my own admin, I can't scroll up and down because it just distracts me far too much. So if you can just keep commenting so I know that you're still there, because if you just comment once, I'm so focused on giving the reading, I don't remember who else is here. And I know I'm psychic, but I'm not that psychic that I know who's here without you commenting. Doesn't work that way. So if you would like me to pull you a card, it's just single tarot readings that I'm doing. Send me a comment saying hi that you'd like reading. If you want a specific question answering, then feel free to ask that question. Okay. It is just using the cards and we will go from there. So Lauren, you're the first to say that you'd love a reading. So you've got one. Okay, so let's have a good shuffle of these. And for those that are newly coming on, I know you're expecting Larkin, but unfortunately she couldn't make it tonight. And rather than not do any readings at all, I thought, oh, I'll jump on and do some instead. Okay, so Lauren, yay, yeah. What I've got for you is the Ace of Stones. Okay, so this tells me that you are a very earthed person, that you like things to be solid, that you can get hold of, that you've got lots of bright ideas. You can see behind this earth stone there, the sun there. So I know that you've got lots of bright ideas and you enjoy the sunshine, but you also feel as though you've been in the shadows recently, because this is you facing away from the sun. Okay, so I know that there's a need for what's called shadow work. If people have come on here and haven't heard of shadow work or not sure what shadow work's about, it's about working with the shadow side of yourself. Okay, it's not working with shadows in terms of goose and ghoulies and that kind of thing. It's about working with the darker side of yourself, the side of yourself where there's perhaps some depression, some anxiety, that there are issues within your past that you need to deal with and resolve. Okay, so that shadow work is about self-reflection, self-work. Okay, so I know, Lauren, that you've been struggling with that side of things, and some reflection on yourself needs to happen at the moment. But I know that this being really grounded here is an absolute must for you. Okay, that you don't like the airy fairy stuff. You don't. It's not your style at all. But give you good solid facts and you're away with it. Okay, and it seems to be in conflict with the whole thing of coming into spiritualism, but you've got a massive pull to this, haven't you? You've got an incredible pull into this world. There's a link there with someone in spirit that you've been desperately wanting to link with, and a lot of love, a male figure there that I've just on this. I haven't asked spirit to come in today, and I've just said about tarot, but so I'm just vaguely aware of them. And you're trying to marry the two sides of it together. Well, as a person that likes to see themselves within the scientific world and things, I like physics, I like reading about physics, I'm very mathematically minded. I like the proof side of it. Okay, and that's you as well. You like to see your proofs, and hopefully you will find your proofs. Okay, so keep on working, look into that shadow stuff and enjoy. Okay, so again, everybody new that's coming on, I'm sorry if you've come on expecting to see Larkin. Unfortunately, Larkin wasn't able to do this evening, so instead of just not having any reasons, I thought, I'll come on. Okay, so if you would like a card, just pop it in the comments, please. You'll need to keep commenting, because on my screen, because I haven't got any admin with me, I can't see what's gone before without scrolling all through. Okay, but saying that, I can see Cindy's. Was that an actual ask for a card, Cindy? I'm not sure that. I know you're saying about being focused and all the rest of it. Do you actually want a card? Okay, if you want a card, just actually say that you want a card, and if you've got a question, actually put the question, please. Right, Amanda Quigley, hello, and just a few hellos as well. Krish, hi. Angie, hi. Trish, hi. So, Amanda, let's give you a card. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got the Ace of Spirals for you. Straight away, you've been in a situation where it feels as though it's been one battle after another, and it's like that. The ram's head there is just battle, battle, battle. Okay, because it's an Ace of Spirals, I know that you will have had success in those battles, that you go into these situations, not always because you want to. It just ends up being in front of you. But one thing that you've learned through this process is that you've learned the compassion, you've learned the actual way to win a lot of the times is not through the clashing of heads, but look at the compassion and the love in that face. And you know that by addressing the battles that come to you unbidden, if you can approach them with love and compassion and a steady hand, you know that you will win out within that. Okay, especially when they're not really your battles and they've kind of ended up at your doorstep, but you've been able to help others resolve these conflicts that you've ended up being in the middle of for whatever reason. Okay, it's not always been that way. There has been a time where actually it was clashing of heads, and it was conflict, and it was driving you potty, absolutely potty, because you were being drawn into those conflicts emotionally as well. And over time, you've learned to pull back and be much more balanced and see each side of the conflict, and being able to understand another person's perspective coming into that conflict. And by understanding that perspective and by being able to give compassion to that person, you've actually given them space to get their head around it and help resolve it. And that's relevant at the moment, because I feel that there is those kind of niggly things going on around you at the moment as well, and it's taking all of these skills that you've learnt over the years to be able to just bring things down, calm things down, not winding the situation up by tittle-tattling and you said, he said, this said, whatever said. You know that will only compound the whole situation and make it worse. And you've learnt all of that, and you've been able to just bring that wisdom. You see all of these beautiful feathers going round. That's all knowledge that you've learnt from spirit, okay? And using your spiritual knowledge to help resolve that conflict. So thank you for letting me read for you, Amanda, and I hope that was good for you. Okay, so a few hellos. Hi, Lisa Jo. Hi, Donna Roy. Hi, Krish again. Christina, Pia, Andrea, Jodie, Amanda. Yes, you do. Lovely. Lisa Jo, you'd like a card. Because I wasn't planning to do tonight, I haven't linked in with Spirit and all the rest of it and all the procedures that I go through to sort of get tuned in properly with Spirit. I'm just doing the cards tonight, okay? So if you would like a card, please keep commenting, because I haven't got any comments go quick. Oh, hi, Christina. So sorry, Jodie, I know you'd like a connection, but unless they jump in later, I'm not tuning in to Spirit at the moment. Right, Jodie, as I said that with you, I got the tower just jumped out at me. Okay, so I know, Jodie, you must be going through a enormous period of transition at the moment, okay? Because this just was determined to be read for you, okay? This transition feels as though your life is being basically torn apart, okay? That everything that you felt made you secure, that helped you be you, all of those elements. Can you see that tree and the way that it's being ripped into two? It's that feeling. It's that feeling of being ripped apart that you're going through at the moment, and it's just painful. It's just so painful, darling. And I feel so terribly for you with those emotions. Within this, can you see that third eye opening? And as a result of this awful situation, it's opening your third eye, okay? It's opening your awareness to Spirit. It's opening your awareness to the fact that there is more to life than the physical, everyday going to the shops, going to bed, just getting up, going to work, making the tea for the family, all those just everyday things. It has awakened you to the whole other things that our lives are actually about. And through this process, this really painful process, it's guiding you towards Spirit. It's guiding you towards a new beginning, okay? You've known there's more since a child, thank you. But it's really bringing you into this world so much more. And now is this time, this period of transition for yourself, where things will be very different for you in the future, because the way that you look at the world is going to be different, and the way that you react to other people is going to be different, because you will sense them and their needs. And you've always been sensitive, you've mentioned that to me, but that sensitivity will guide you in a different way of being with people, okay? And that gives you so much, I want to say, excitement, that there's just something different coming up and looking forward to, and gift from heaven. I'm being told gift from heaven. Okay, so enjoy your new journey. I know it's come at a great cost in terms of the changes in your life, but everything will be fine. You're on your path that you should be. Okay, so I will leave that with you, Jodie. Okay, so hi Debbie, hi Andrea, oh hi Eva, hi Joe. Oh, and as I said, hi Eva, we got 10 of stones jumping out for you, Eva. Okay, obviously that's how it's going to work tonight. I'm going to say names and the cards are just going to jump out. Okay, so we've got the 10 of stones, and isn't she lovely? she is just a superb lady there, and you can see that she's holding on to the stones, but those stones aren't just everyday stones, they're crystals, aren't they? They're diamond crystals. They are something special, and you recognize the things that you have got within your life that are special to you, and you are holding on, quite rightly, to those things that are special to you. And there's a magic within those things, and you understand and you feel with that earth magic too, that you can feel the power in crystals. You can feel the energy that vibrates through them, and you must have started using them in healing, Eva, because that's the kind of energy that I'm starting to get through with those crystals that I'm seeing her holding there. So it's channeling that energy through with spirits through those crystals, and using it in healing as well. There is a great knowledge there. Eva, I know that you do a lot of research and learning in this area, and I want to say that you've been looking at the past, and so that would link to I can't say it, Akashic records and past life regression. And that is provided some cleansing for you, some clearing for you, that is really starting to take an impact. It's almost like you've done these things and there hasn't been a change, and it's like, well, I've done those. There should be some sort of change now. What's happened? But it just needed to marinate a bit. It needed to. Oh, you are doing that. Brilliant. The learning needs to sort of sit for a while and absorb and process. So it's not I had that experience and bang, I'm different. It's I've had that experience. Now I need to sit with it for a bit. I need to see how it fits in to my thinking, how it fits into my understanding of the world, how it fits into X, Y, and Z. Okay. And there'll be times it just penny drops. That's it. That's where that fits. Go along a bit. That's where that fits. So don't worry if when you're doing some of these things that you're thinking at the time, well, I'm not getting this. This isn't processing. This isn't happening really for me. Go with it and you'll find that it will drop into place. Okay, I'll leave that with you, Eva. Thank you for working with me. Okay, right, so let's see who else we've got. Please do keep commenting because I haven't got any admins, so I just need to see the names coming up. So hi Andrea, hi Donna, hi Krish, hi Lisa Joe, Colleen Clark, Terry Louise, Debbie Hitchcock, Colleen Clark. I've been drawn to your name, that beautiful butterfly that you've got there as well. Carleen Camp, let's pull you a card. Okay. If anybody does have any questions, please do put the questions in the comments, and we'll see what the answers are with the cards. Okay. So, Carleen, hiya. Oh, hi, Patrick. Hi, Caitlin as well. 8 of Mirrors. Okay, 8 of Mirrors. You've had a very, I want to say, interesting journey. I don't think you'll see it as interesting. I think you'll see it as painful. I think you will see it as, I really don't want to have to go through all of that again. And at some points, just extremely, extremely difficult to where you are now, Carleen. Okay. There are, in the same way, when you look in a mirror, you see reflections of yourself. When you look back in your past, you still see the reflections of how you were then in you now, but you are trying to move away from that. Okay, but you can still very much see and feel, I want to say, the pain and the disappointments that you've felt at different times in the past, and the echoes of that are still very, very much with you as you walk on your journey at the moment. Okay, so I know I've already mentioned about shadow work this evening. This is kind of reflection work. I'm going to create a new phrase. It's not shadow work with this, it's reflection work. It's looking at using that symbolism of a mirror, okay? Looking at the person you were at the time that that event happened that you found painful, that is still echoing now and still impacting on you now. Look at that person in the mirror and see yourself there as you were there, as you are now, but recognize that actually you're not the same person anymore, that you have actually moved, that the person that you see in the mirror from there is actually not the person that's standing in the mirror here. Does that make sense? Okay, because it's almost like you're not being able to separate the pain and the experiences that you had in the past and how those, yeah, you're not the same at all. No, not now. But the experiences that you had then still impact on you now. And it's about making sure that that separation is there. Okay. And it's not in a negative way, it's in a learning way, it's in the evolution way, it's being able to come to terms with the person that you are, that you were, and recognizing that you weren't to blame, because a lot of the time we carry guilt from the past when there are events in our past, especially when we were children. And we somehow blame ourselves for actions and decisions that the adults around us made. And it's being able to recognize that we shouldn't feel guilty for that. That wasn't our responsibility. We weren't the adult, okay? And it's being able to make that separation, okay? And therefore you can be this whole new person, which you feel already, but it's just taking that acceptance as well. These are really deep readings tonight, aren't they? I love this tarot set. It's actually called the Chrysalis Tarot. Okay, and I think there's a really good reason for that, because it forces readings from me anyway that are actually like chrysalis, taking a chrysalis and taking a person and enabling them to become this beautiful butterfly and helping them on that journey to become that butterfly. And it's that shadow work, it's that reflective work, it's the accepting the lessons from our past and being able then to be able to move forward in a very different way because of that. Okay, I'll stop whittling on. I hope that actually helps you, Carlene. Terry Louise, what's going on with your daughter at the minute? Or am I, or are you just being too sensitive? Okay. Oh, Carlene, so that card was spot on then. That was absolutely spot on, doing a lot of reflection time at the moment. Brilliant. Okay. I love it when it works out. Okay. Terry, I've lost your comment now. Hang on. Oh, God, am I going to find it? Yes. Yeah. I was panicking there that I wouldn't find it. Right. So, Terry, what's going on with your daughter? And are you being so too sensitive? There's an element, even if you're asking the question, then the answer's going to be we'll see what they say. 6 of Scrolls. Okay. Right. This is either you or your daughter that is studying at the moment. So this card, whoever's studying, Terry, this is, oh, elephants are your favourite animal. Whoever's doing the studying, this is who the card is for. Okay. So I don't know whether it's your daughter that's doing the studying or it's you that's doing the studying. It's your daughter. Okay. So what your daughter is doing is falling in love with herself. Okay. I know that sounds a bizarre thing to say, but the studying, the learning is helping her open her wings. Okay, open her wings. And that elephant is knowledge. She's falling in love with knowledge, with understanding, and that deeper understanding of herself. Okay, so she's not thinking about you at the moment at all. So Christina, she's learning about her truest self. Absolutely. Perfectly said. Thank you, Christina. So I wouldn't worry about her at all because she's fine. I think the problem will be is that her relationship with you is changing because she is changing. And through that process of her changing and her finding herself, she needs to establish herself before she can re-establish what her new relationship with you is going to be. Okay, does that make sense? So there's a reason why she's not being very nice, because she's pushing you away. Okay, because she's re-establishing her boundaries in terms of who she is, who you are, and the boundaries. Don't take it personally. She's in her head. She's not thinking about you. She's thinking about herself. Okay, just be there for when she needs you. That's mum's role, isn't it? I've got 4 kids. It's mum's role to just be there when they need it. Okay. And yes, she'll go through this period, but it's about her establishing her boundaries. It's not her not liking you. It's just her establishing her boundaries and thinking, oh, yes, this is me here. That's you there. And I need to know who I am. And once she's done that, and I'm not saying it's going to be a quick process because it never is. It might take 5 years. Okay. Just bear with her. Just bear with her. Okay. Be there when she needs you and just put a smile on your face. And when she's being rude, just say, really, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. So don't be hard on her. Just be there. Okay. I hope that helps. All right. Right. Who else have we got? Maxine Ruslot. Yes, absolutely. Spreading her wings. Bernadette Connolly. Card for guidance, please. Bernadette. Yes, absolutely. Bernadette's one of the subscribers on our group. Sorry, I hope we don't mind me saying that, Bernadette, but I always like to help the subscribers when I can. Okay. And Katia, and I'll come to you in a minute as well. Bernadette Connolly, card for guidance. Guidance. Let's see where I'm going with this. And for those that have come on and were expecting Larkin, really sorry she couldn't come on tonight, so I've jumped in and rather than having no readings. Right, Bernadette, the devil. Okay, Bella Rosa. You see that infinity symbol there, which is actually a snake swallowing its tail? You're going round and round in circles, basically, aren't you? You're caught in your mind. You're caught in a charade. Okay. You know when you go to that. You know what she's looking like is one of those mannequins at a ball, a dressing up ball, and all the rest of it, and everything is not what it seems at all. Okay. That's how it's feeling, that actually it's that all that glitters is not gold. You're being sucked into the look of things rather than the actual true essence of things. Okay. And because of that, it's misleading you, and you're going down a path that glitters. Okay. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm just asking for Spirit to actually help me out a bit further with this, because I do feel this is. Oh, I was going to say this is about your spiritual path, but there's something else there as well. Bernadette, were you, with the guidance, were you looking at spiritual path or your earthly path, please? Because I need to be sure which route I'm doing this reading for. Okay. Oh, you know what it is. Okay. Well, this card's telling me just to rip away all the costume, rip away all the finery, rip away all of the what makes it glitter, and find the trueness of it, find the real center truth of it, and not the glittery stuff. Okay. Your neighbors are trying to get you involved in something. Yeah. Okay. Especially if it's financial. Big no. Big no. Okay. They'll be appealing to want of money. I don't want to say greed, but you know what I mean, that it's something's being put forward as much better and much glitzier than it is. See the truth of it. Okay, so hope that helps. So you do know the truth of it. That's brilliant. So if you know the truth of it, you don't need the card to tell you what to do there then. Okay, right. So, hi, Patrick. Hi, Deborah. Oh, Deborah, let me pull a card for you. Deborah, right. So again, hi, everybody. I'm Veronica, and I'm standing in for Larkin tonight. So sorry if you were expecting Larkin, but you got me instead. Deborah, okay. Oh, would you believe I got the Bella Rose again? Let me pull you another one. That seems odd to, right, Two of Scrolls. Long. Okay. Deborah, I'm going to read those two together. Because even though you saw me shuffling, so I just jumped out again. You know, there are 72 cards in a tarot pack. How I managed to get that one out again, I don't know. Right. Deborah, you are wanting to move forward in knowledge. That's scrolls. Scrolls are about learning. Scrolls are about knowledge. Scrolls are about finding that inner knowledge. But watch out for where things just are going round in circles, round and round in circles. Okay. That again, you're not getting to the truth of the matter. All right. That everything seems to be, if you see what I mean. And you're thinking, well, yeah, but how does actually this happen? How, the mechanics of it, kind of thing. And it's like you need the right support and the right learning, because I think you've been in a situation where the teaching has been a bit too out there for you. Would that make sense? And it's like this just isn't sitting right for you. Okay. So it is this card again where there's a mask going on, but this time the mask is what we have to rip away and actually find the truth within yourself. It's not about learning outside, although it's interesting listening to other people and other people's views, and you know, it gets to a point where we need to discuss ideas and our theories about what's going on, etc. But we need to start with ourselves, and our deepest learning comes from ourselves, and just taking time each day to you do need a good circle. Yeah, look for a development circle. Best development circles you're going to pay for. Okay. Open circles are all good and fine, but you need to be at a level where open circles are just basically practice circles, not development circles. And a good circle is you will be taught the mechanics by an experienced medium with the knowledge and experience of the mechanics of mediumship and the mechanics of how the spirit world works, etc., etc. Okay. But learning also has to come from inside, all right? That you need to take time each day to reflect on what's happened that day and how you have responded to that and how you could respond differently that would be a more spiritual way. And that's your real spiritual journey. And that's your real spiritual learning, okay? Mediumship is something very different from spirit, your spiritual path. Okay, and people do get the two mixed up, that there is, just because you're a medium does not make you a spiritual person. Okay, a spiritual person is one that is giving, is kind, is supportive, is reflective, understands themselves, and therefore because they understand themselves and actually what makes them tick, they can then empathize with others about what makes them tick and be able to support them on their journey because of that. That's a real spiritual person, a person that is looking at their spirit and linking with other people's spirit and supporting them. Medium is linking with somebody that's passed over and giving them evidence of that, the fact that they've passed over. You don't need to be spiritual to be a medium, okay? And same with psychic. You don't need to be spiritual to be psychic. Different skills of life altogether, okay? So I would say for you, yeah, if you want to develop your mediumship and psychic, find a good development circle, expect to pay for it, and then do as many practice open circles as you can that are usually free, and crack on. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. There we are. Thank you. Right. Okay, folks, keep commenting so I know that you're still here. Oh, Catlan, I did say that I'd pull for you, but I can't remember what your question was, love. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're here, Catlan, but what was it? Did you have you did have a specific question, didn't you? So I'm just and then Bethany Joanne, I can do you one about your clearing out space, but I'll need you to comment and remind me what that was. Caitlin. Oh, right, there we are. There's your question. Right. I've been meditating to connect with spirit guides, just struggling to connect, would love a reading. Okay. Right. Can I suggest, Caitlin, that you, in terms of guidance, and I will pull you a card, but reflect on why it's important for you to link with your spirit guides, okay? I know that might seem a daft idea, but it's, you know, I was a medium for quite a number of years before I really got to know my guides. Maybe I would have been a better medium earlier on if I didn't know my guides. I don't know. But right. Okay. Guidance. Oh, we've had this one before as well. Right. I'm drawn straight away to the feathers around his horn there. So I know, because you're asking about spirit guides, I know that you will, one of your spirit guides, and I know it's a cliche, will be a Native American Indian. Okay. Now, I was once given some guidance by about spirit guides, because I'd kind of said, well, you always get, well, people always seem to have a guide, either Egyptian or you know, and how many sort of Cleopatra, whatever. Okay. And it's a reflection of our own energies and where our energies are. Okay. And when we're seeking guidance from our spirit guides, that attraction goes out into the world, and we resonate with certain energies. Okay. And the energies that we perceive link to a certain culture or a certain way of living can embody that kind of guide. Okay. And that's why we perceive them as that, because it's only our physical imagination that is perceiving that energy the way it is. Okay. Spirit guides are just energy, but that they're not, you know, in their true essence, they are just energy. So they're not a Native American, but we will perceive them as being that, because that energy is about earth energy. It's about appreciating the need for link with nature. It's about understanding the animals around and the vibrational and the importance of the animals in the symbolism of what work that you do, etc., etc. So if you're not sensing your guides, it could be you're looking for your guides in the wrong way, that you're expecting them to, in that meditation, to come and sit beside you, and you are able to visualize them. Okay, well, instead of doing that, just sit in the energy and just sense different energy vibrations that are coming to you that's different from your own. And to be able to do that, you need to be very aware of your own energy levels. So you need to sit in the power on a regular basis, so you're very aware of your own energy levels and own energy vibrations, so when a new energy comes in, you can recognize that as being different from yours and what that energy actually translates into. So that higher energy is giving you a loving, healing feeling, or whether that energy is giving you a need to earth yourself and be part of that earth energy, etc., etc. Okay, so I know from that one of the energies that come round you wanting to work with you as a guide, as an inspirer, will have that energy of a Native American Indian. Okay, so reflect on within yourself what that energy would feel like, and then see whether when you're sitting in meditation you can sense that around you. Don't sort of push yourself out to sense it, because that pushes it away. Just allow it to come into you. Okay, but again, you know, with a good development circle, your lead medium who's doing the development circle should be helping you with this and teaching you these things. Okay, right. Hope that helps, Caitlin. Okay. As I keep saying, these take me on a very deep path, don't they? All right. So, hi, Elon. Hi, Angel. Hi, Donna. Hi, Lisa. Right, Alon. Right. Okay. Let's get a really down-to-earth one, and I'll give you Alon, rather than up in the skies. Who is more suitable for you, Yasmin or Ivina, for a romantic relationship? And who do you see me in a long-term stable relationship with one of them in the future? Right. First of all, Anon, who draws you the most? Who do you feel the most attracted to? You don't need your cards to do that. I'll certainly ask the cards if they want to give it a, you know, I don't know how they would tell me it's Yasmin, or, yeah, but maybe what they will do is give you guidance on how to make the decision. Okay. Right. 5 of Stones. Okay. So as you can see, this is a very, very reflective card. That angel, fairy, whatever elemental you want to take that being to be, is sitting really reflecting within themselves. So you can sense even a sorrow coming up from them as well. Okay, and this suggests to me that actually things have come down to a very base level with you, Alon. All right, okay, that you very much based in that earth energy and seeing the world in a very everyday way. Okay, and what you feel trapped by that as well, that you don't feel able to see beyond the physical world. All right. So what I need to be saying to you is you need to find within yourself who you are, okay, and what you need in your life before making decisions about who else to invite into that life, okay. If you want a long-term future with somebody, you need to be prepared to give up part of who you are to them, okay. After 27 years of marriage, it ain't easy, all right. It's blooming hard, okay. I love him dearly, but sometimes, oh, okay. And to survive those times, you've got to be able to give of yourself, and you've got to be able to compromise. You've got to be able to take a deep breath and say, oh, okay, and smile, okay, even though you don't want it. And to be able to do all of those things, you've got to be strong within yourself and know yourself. And that's not easy, okay? So to be able to have, oh, Maxine, 43 years, Blumenette, you need a gold star. So for a long-term stable relationship with anybody in the future, you need to be really at one with yourself to be able to give of yourself to another person, whether that's Yasmin or Envia. In so many ways, it doesn't matter. It's about who you are that's important, okay? And it's up to you about how you make that decision, okay? Because how you make that decision will determine whether you make it work or not, okay? If it's going to work, you're going to have to choose somebody that you can compromise with, that you can give into, that you can forgive. And if you can do that with one of those and not the other, then you know which one to choose. If you can't do that with either of them, neither of them are right for you, okay? You've got to be able to love them enough to give yourself to them. And that means forgiving, that means loving, and just, you know, saying that you're wrong when you're not. Okay, hope that helps. All right, who else have we got? Bethany, Joanne, Cindy, Maxine. Yeah, 43 years. Tell you what, Maxine, because for your 43 years you deserve a card, love. All right, so here's your card. Need advice to give to a friend of whom he should seek help from. Things moving in home, doors opening, etc. Right, Maxine, I don't need the cards for that. Maxine, if he's got energies in his house of things moving in the home, doors opening, etc., you need to rule out certain things first, okay? You need to rule out, is there a usually teenager in the house that is going through a really difficult emotional time, because teenagers emit immense amounts of energy emotionally, and if they are even slightly spiritually aware, that can actually create physical phenomena around the house. You know, poltergeists and things like that. So many times that's been now proven to show that if you remove the teenager who is in that house, who is going through an angst period of their life, all of the physical phenomena just settles down and stops, okay? So it's not about ghosts and ghoulies and all the rest of it that go bump in the night. It is just this physical energy that's created from somebody that's going through a real difficult time, okay? And let's face it, teenage times are not an easy period of one's life, okay? If that is definitely not the situation, Ouija board. Right. If anybody's on here thinking a Ouija board is devil's work and all the rest of it, no, they're not. It's a piece of board that's been painted on with either a glass or a piece of wood with little wheels, or however you want to do it. And it's people's energy, physical energy, you know, from their physical bodies. They put in, and it's moving them. And invariably, especially again, since the people that are sitting around have got themselves all worked up, that this, ooh, you know, this is evil stuff, this is really nasty stuff, their energy levels in that zone are so powerful that they create the movement that's happening. Okay. And especially if one of them is a medium, because and they don't really realize it, that they're linking with spirit, because spirit will come through and subconsciously sort of move their finger on the planchette and move it, and it'll say all sorts, okay? And it'll just reflect what is in the person's mind, all right? Right, Maxine, how do you know if it's evil? I have been a medium for over 35 years, and I have never in that time come across an evil spirit. All right. And it's not just about working in the light. It's because when spirit passes over, yes, if they were an evil person on earth, if they were not a very nice person on earth, if they were a murderer or whatever, when they pass over, then they don't, there's an element that they don't suddenly change, but there's an element that they do, because they're going into spirit. They become pure spirit. They have got their memories of what they did on the earth plane, and they will go into those memories to choose at the timing that they choose to reflect and use the learning from those experiences that they went on, and be able to talk to them and etc., talk to themselves about their experiences. But it's not evil. Evil spirits and all of that, it comes from Hollywood mostly, you know, or religions across the world that are trying to control people for political purposes by evil things. You know, if you do that, you'll go to hell. Well, actually, no. You won't. If you do something bad, then you will have to atone for that in terms of reflecting on that and experiencing what that did to them. Okay. Right. So what are you saying here? Okay. Should they try to connect to it? He is a Native American. I would say, yeah. Often people, when they're first developing their mediumship, will just sense spirit behind them, because they're just, oh, I don't know what it is. They're frightened. That's about them being frightened and not understanding, rather than the spirit behind them being evil. And it could well be exactly the same in this situation, that it's their granddad. Okay. It could well be this guy's granddad in that house trying to attract his attention. So he's opening the door and saying, hey, mate, I'm here. You know, and that's all it could be. All right. So if you've ruled out the fact that there's not a teenager and their physical energy, then what you're left with is the fact that it's probably a loved one's spirit trying to attract your attention. So it's not about getting rid of them. It's about saying, well, hiya, what's your name? Who are you? Okay. Oh, you're actually saying you don't think he's afraid at all. He just wants to know what it is. Well, he needs to link in. He needs to link in with that spirit and ask. I can't give any different advice than that, really. From the way that you're putting that, he's already starting to think that, come on, this might be Uncle Joe, or my granddad, or whoever, and he's just coming to visit. So get him to tune in and find out. Okay, if he's comfortable with it, then do some, it sounds wrong to say experimentation, but the Knox sisters, the start of spiritualism, were getting the spirit to say, knock the table once for yes and twice for no, kind of thing. If he's got physical phenomena and he's not afraid of it and wanting to know who it is, then talk to them through knocks. Or if it's doors, opening doors. If it's like flicking the light switch, have some fun with it. Why not? All right. What's he saying here? I think he wants me to connect, but I'm not wanting to connect. I'm afraid. Oh, you're afraid of it. No, don't be afraid of it, love. Right. No. Don't be afraid of it. Just connect in. They're from BC and they're into the Sasquatch. Okay, fair enough. Tune in and find out. Okay, right, here we go. Right, I'm going to do one last card, and I know that will mean everybody a bugger off, but I've got to fly off and do my daily list for tomorrow because I haven't even started it yet, and it usually takes me 3 hours to do. So, never mind. Who we're going to? Bethany Joe. Why do I want to clear my space so much lately? Okay. Right, I guess it's going to be a mirror card. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see. No, it's a stone. It's a stone. 2 stones. Right. Can you see that bear is looking to cross that canyon? He's got his paw going to go across, but he's thinking about it. He's not sure about it yet. And it's a deep drop. So he's thinking, can I get across there? That's why you need your space. Because you're processing and thinking about, are you brave enough? Have you got the right skills? Are you ready for the commitment? Are you ready for the potential dangers? Oh, and you've just said big decisions looming. Absolutely. That's why you need your own space. And that's why you're clearing things around you, because you know that you've got the big decision coming up and you're subconsciously preparing yourself for that decision. Okay? Allow it to happen. Allow all of that to sit with you and sit in your heart for a while. Let your mind just settle, because I know it's going 10 to the dozen, all different ideas going off and just question marks going off and just allow all of that just to quiet, reflect on your heart and just quieten your whole system down. Allow that space to be created around you and in you to prepare you to make that decision. And when you're ready, you'll know that you're ready, and you will be ready to make the right decision and have the strength and the fortitude. Bears are big, strong things, and you'll make the right decision. Okay, you will have the strength to do it, and you'll have the understanding you need to get you through whatever you have to get through as a result of it. All right. So I will leave you with that. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining me. No, not ready yet. You just need to sit with it for a while yet, love. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. We have got, oh, let me get me book out. This is my diary of everything on that's on this week. So tomorrow we have, yes, it's the 19th tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. We've got Christine at 4. We've got Archangel Healing with Margaret at 6. I'm on at the Higher House at 8:15, which is a Zoom one. And we've got Simon Stone at 9:30. So busy day tomorrow. You're more than welcome just to jump in and have a wonderful evening. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Good night.